السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعزائي طلبة الصف السادس، أهلا وسهلا بكم في مبحث اللغة الإنجليزية. معكم المعلمة شفاء هريني من مديرية التربية والتعليم يطا. Hello kids, today you are going to learn simple past for 6th grade with Mrs. Shifaa Hreini. Dear student, to learn the meaning of simple past, let us look at this picture that shows the stages of our lives through this timeline. In this timeline, we have this point that's called now, the present. Every moment before now is a past, and every moment after now is a future. So the timeline can be divided into 3 points: now, past, and future. And today we are going to deal with this part of the timeline, the past. We are going to use past simple. When do we use simple past? We use it for actions that started and finished in the past. So we use the simple past for actions that happened in a specific time in the past, not now, in the past. And this action started, happened, and finished. There are words that help me to use simple past. When I see these words, I know that I must use simple past. I call these words keys. دلالات أو مفاتيح لاستخدام simple past. What are they? Yesterday, ago, last month, last week, last year, last night. In the past, any time in the past, like in 2015 or in 1998. If we see any word from these words, we must use simple past, and we call these words keys. Now we are going to learn how to form the verbs into simple past. How can we make the verbs simple past? In English, verbs can be divided into 2 parts in simple past: regular verbs and irregular verbs، أفعال منتظمة وأفعال غير منتظمة. With the regular verbs, we add sometimes D for verbs that end with E, like share, shared. Share ends with E, so we add D. And sometimes we add ED for verbs that don't end with E. For example, miss, missed, we add ED. And sometimes we add IED for verbs that end with a consonant and Y. للكلمات التي تنتهي بconsonant and Y، حرف ساكن مع الY. We change the Y into I and we add ED. Cry, cried. We change the Y into I and add ED. These verbs are regular. Now go to part 2, irregular verbs. In irregular verbs, the form of the verbs are different. The forms are completely different. For example, go, went. Write, wrote. Lend, lent. And sometimes the verb remains the same. The verb remains the same. Cut, cut. Now it's the time of practicing some examples with this beautiful girl. She tries to remember what she did yesterday. Let us help her. She watched TV. She watched TV. So the past of watch is watched. We add ed. She played with friends. She played with friends. The past of a play is played. And here we don't change the Y into I because the previous letter of Y is A. It's not a consonant. ليس حرفا ساكنا. So we don't change the Y into I. And also, she did her homework. The past of do is did. So she watched TV, played with friends, and did her homework yesterday. Here are more examples of regular and irregular simple past verbs. Visit, visited. Crash, crashed. Miss, missed. Climb, climbed. Play, played. Bang, banged. And now with some irregular verbs like tell, told. Write, wrote. Come, came. What about the negative form of simple past? What about verbs that not happened in the past? We surely use not, but where do we use not? Look at this chart to know. We start the English statement with the subject, سواء كان nouns or pronouns. She, he, it, I, you, they, we. These are subjects. After the subjects, if it's plural or singular, we use didn't plus infinitive verb. Didn't plus basic verb without any additional thing. فعل مجرد من أي نوع من الزيادات. So we use didn't plus infinitive verb. Let us see some examples. Number 1. I didn't visit Ramallah last week. So we use didn't plus infinitive verb. Didn't visit. This is negative statement in simple past. Number 2. She didn't tell us a story yesterday. Here we have a keyword. في عنا كلمة مفتاحية. Yesterday. We know that we must use simple past. And in this sentence we use negative simple past. We use didn't plus infinitive verb. Didn't tell. To make questions in simple past, we need to use WH words or question words that ask about something, like what, where, why, when. For example, what asks about thing, where asks about a place, why asks about cause, and when asks about time. We start the questions with WH word. Then we add did. What did? Where did? Why did? And when did? Then we add the subject. She, he, it, I, you, they, we. And after the subject, we use the basic verb, the infinitive verb. So the question starts with WH word, then did, then the subject, and then the basic verb, and something important, the question mark. Let us make some questions from this chart. What did she eat? She ate a sandwich. لاحظوا that we ask with did and infinitive verb, and we answer with simple past verb. What's the past of eat? it's 8. What did she eat yesterday? She ate a sandwich. Number 2. Where did he go yesterday? He went to Ramallah. I ask with did and infinitive verb go, and I answer with the simple past went. He went to Ramallah. Why did you sleep? I ask with did and infinitive verb. In the answer, I use the past of sleep. It's slept. I slept because I was tired. So, why did you sleep? I slept because I was tired. When did we play? Here I ask about time in the past. When did we play football? We played football yesterday. I ask with did plus infinitive verb, and I answer with simple past verb played. We played football yesterday. Now it's time to do this homework or worksheet. Correct the verbs between brackets. Number 1. Last summer, Ben and Amy to a summer camp. The verb is go. At the start of the sentence, we have the keyword last summer. So I know that I must use simple past. What's the past of go? Great, it's went. Amy tired and the verb is get. The past of get is wonderful. It's got. Amy got tired. Why Ben in the river and the verb is swim. In this sentence we have 2 spaces because I have the word why and the question mark. So this is a question. How do we make a simple past question? We need excellent did. Do we have a past verb in the simple past question? Do we use swam? Excellent. We don't use swam. We use infinitive verb swim. Thank you. Amy, an accident. She down the stairs of the tree house and her arm. The verbs are have, fall, break. What's the past of have? Had. Excellent. Amy had an accident. She. What's the past of fall? Thank you. It's fell. She fell down the stairs of the tree house, and excellent, broke her arm. Number 5, her friend the doctor not call. This sentence is negative because I have the word not. How do we make negative statement in simple past? We use didn't, excellent, and infinitive verb. Didn't call. Thank you. What great students you are. Thanks for watching. شكرا لكم جميعا على المشاهدة.